What you are looking at is the bisected head of Peter Kürten, Germany's infamous Dusseldorf vampire. To understand why his head was bisected, we must go back to the start. On May 26, 1883, Peter was born into an extremely abusive and impoverished household in Cologne, Germany. Peter was raised in a one-room apartment with his 12 siblings, mother, and abusive father. At age 9, Peter developed a relationship with a dog catcher that lived in his apartment complex, who introduced him to bestiality, which he initially carried out on dogs and eventually farm animals. To escape the violence, Kürten ran away from home in 1899 at the age of 16 and began to commit petty crimes. Kürten was in and out of prison, serving multiple short prison sentences. In between releases, Kürten committed various sexual assaults, and on May 25, 1913, Kürten sexually assaulted and murdered 10-year-old Christine Klein in her bedroom. After this incident, Kürten briefly served in World War I, got married, moved to Altenburg, and spent 4 years working as a molder. This all changed when Kürten moved to Dusseldorf in 1929, where he committed a series of murders over the next 15 months. Investigators alleged that the attacker would drink the blood of his victims, and when German press discovered this, they dubbed him as the Vampire of Dusseldorf. Police believed that they had cracked the case when an individual named Strasberg, who had been accused of similar crimes, admitted to all of the so-called vampire killings. However, murders persisted after Strasberg was committed to a hospital, leading police to believe that the attacker was still out there. Feeling paranoid and protective of his wife, in May of 1930, Kürten admitted his crimes to his wife and instructed her to turn him in to the police. Once arrested, Kürten claimed 79 individual acts of crime and described each one in great detail. On April 13, 1931, he was tried for 9 murders and 7 attempted murders. After only 90 minutes, the jury returned a verdict of guilty on all counts, and Kürten received 9 death sentences. He was sentenced to execution by the guillotine, and on July 2, 1931, he was beheaded. His last words were reportedly, quote, "Tell me, after my head is chopped off, will I still be able to hear, at least for a moment, the sound of my own blood gushing from the stump of my neck? That would be the pleasure to end all pleasures," quote. After his beheading, Kürten's head was mummified and bisected by scientists so that his brain and inner cranium could be studied. Scientists attempted to locate any kind of neurological abnormality to explain his sadism, but did not come up with anything. Peter Kürten's head is now on display on a hook inside of a Ripley's Believe It or Not in Wisconsin.